everyone. Hello, hello. How are we doing today? Hi, Sire. Hi, Beetle. Hi, LP. Hi, Bella. Oops, give me one moment. Let me quickly. I'm losing everything. Where are you? There we go. I'm doing all right. How are you? I totally did not almost lose track of time. Hey, Fuku. Did I say hi to Bella? Hi, Bella. So we are back with another more Ace Attorney. Amateur attorney. I love your profile picture, LP. It's so good. Who is the artist? I gotta know. Back to practicing law. Apparently I've gone to law school for like 2 seconds and now I'm defending someone who has also been in law school for like 5 seconds. It's fine, it's great. Rise from the Ashes, the next trial, I think. Trial ladder? So I think we're about halfway there, maybe? Maybe? Or maybe this is the... Did we finish this second part of the trial? Anyways, we're gonna hop into trial ladder. I'm gonna go right on it. Yes. Defendant lobby, number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Yeah, they are. I hate to tell you this, but yes. Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. FYI, if you guys are ever in quicksand, don't struggle. The more you struggle, the more you sink in quicksand. Apparently. I don't know, I've never sunk in quicksand before, but apparently that's what happens. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chamber. Huh. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. You've always been... I don't know, I guess quicksand has never scared me. You know what has scared me? Drowning in non-Newtonian fluid. I'm guessing it's kind of the same as quicksand. But there's something about non-Newtonian fluid that kind of creeps me out. Hola, partner! They say you show a red bull to a... they say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing doesn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say! Now don't that just beat all? Huh? You don't have game audio? Oh my god. Guys. Y'all. You can't be doing this to me. Okay, I think you guys can hear this now, right? Hold up. Let me head back to the game and see if you guys can still hear this. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Okay, this part. Can you guys hear that at least? There we go. Yes, okay, thank you, Beetle. Forbidden milk. It's cornstarch and water, non-Newtonian fluid. It looks really fun to play with. But I don't know, I've seen people jump into that stuff and I'm like, no, why would you do that? Played with it in first grade? I've never played with it before. Hey, you know the whole slime craze that, you know, kids are making slime and everything? What do people do with the slime afterwards? Like, can you just throw it away or is there a proper way to get rid of it? I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you just gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. So do I. So, what are we swimming in right now, Mr. Wright? If it's the steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! Hi, Bella! Hey, Bella, I'm gonna need you to check your Discord real quick. Thank you. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh! Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. The furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. Bro's going through some things. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I believe it's time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! What did... It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me? Knock knock? Who's there? I know he's my thumbnail right now, but he didn't look this weird on my thumbnail when I was making the thumbnail, you know? Why does he look more neon? Like, why did... I've seen him when I was trying to make my thumbnail. What? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? What the heck? Ah, it's you! Doko? No, not Doko. Dare? Guys, I can't click. Oh! Oh! Sorry I'm late, Uji! The roads are packed, it's just me! Long time no see, eh? Uji, have you been swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Smidgy, Uji, my boy, you have to make time to relax! Yes indeed. Uji seems to be his name for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I heard good things about you, son. Thanks? Oh, so sorry about our little wordsy giving you that trouble, huh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Or, did he say jolly or golly? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. I can't click. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Look, it's Worthy here! Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. Oh, Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. Yeah, we kind of established that, dude. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Lil Worthy's car, no less! Knife sheath? Do we like him yet? Do we like him so far? I feel like I don't mind him so far. He's not as annoying as, like, Patrick Star or, April, May, June, or that weird guy from the boat thing. No, Bella. He looks nice at least. I mean, so far he just looks eccentric. I don't think he looks weird, you know? He feels sketchy. I think everyone who's a witness on the stand is kind of sketchy. But Edgeworth doesn't seem to like him, so maybe he'll be on our side? But, like, what's her face? The other girl, the bento box girl, she was also technically kind of on our side too, so I don't know. She was, like, on our side, but also not on our side. He's just a shy teenager. I mean, with the way Hollywood keeps, casting 40-year-olds in high school dramas, you know, this wouldn't be really wrong. Oh! Do you know what this just reminded me of? When you say his green eyes, Bella? Psyche K. What does he look like? Psyche K. Psyche K. Yeah, the pink. It's a pink and it's pink and green. It's the pink and green that's reminding me of Psyche. Except Psyche had green glasses, not pink. It's the other way around. Psyche mentioned. Let's go. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you called a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our jobs? Now wait a moment, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth? What? I thought the person in charge of the investigation was the guy cosplaying as a cowboy. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. No! Dude, I hate you. You hate us. Why would I do you a favor? Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. If I cut my finger, I won't be able to pound this gavel anymore. Oh my lord. This guy is as soft as a pedal. Oh my god. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. Is this really how a switchblade operates? I thought a switchblade was supposed to open up like whoop. And this dark red stain. Blood? SL92. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Okay. Lock in. Knife is special. I can't say how here. This is the courtroom. If you can't say how here, you shouldn't say anything at all. Bruh. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Well, wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Hey, Say. I'm so confused right now. There's so much going on. Order, order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you may well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Do we really need that reminder? I feel like everyone else needs that reminder but us. Like, if you don't want us talking about the other case, why even bring it up here? Bruh. Excuse me, special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, it's evidence from the other Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can. Oh, I forgot to examine it. Alrighty. Let's touch the bloodstained knife that killed someone. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. What was the one from Edgeworth's case? It started with a D. DL2? DL5? DL... D something. Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, DL6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Is there anything else I can look at? No. Okay, back. Something that says D... Sorry, SL9 something something. S something something. No. Miles? Edgeworth? Ah! Oh, that's not 675. That's SL9 and then 221. It's this. Oh, okay, back. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that stumped me all this time. So how are things down at the department? I should present it, right? They said. Present. Objection! Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife, it has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this important why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-2. Your Honor, it's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. And turn it around and what do you get? Ah! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Order, order! Well, Chief? Oh, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I... win? What game is this guy playing? Rose is happy to be here. This knife was evidence from a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? Okay, so let's go back and then let's press him. So this knife was stolen? Yeah, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, Lil Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. He's exhausting. It was evidence from a case long since solved. Well, this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. Found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection here. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eye there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? I hate that. I hate it when people say that. Why didn't you tell me that? Because you didn't ask. Well, how was I supposed to know to ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the... Who was the detective? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Why are we doing overtime? Why are we doing another case? Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. I feel like how the victim was killed, when the victim died. But they already told us when the victim died, right? It was 5:15. Where the victim was found was at the police department. But I'm guessing it means like where in the police department? How the victim was killed. I don't think they mentioned anything yet, right? So it might have to be that. This is why you're bad at mysteries. Honestly, same. I love mysteries so much, but I hate being the one to solve them. There's too much on the line. Okay. One thing and one thing only. Where the victim was found is just... When the victim died was 5:15. How the victim was killed. Was it with a knife? Did they say with a knife? When you just pick an answer, you're more spirit. Is that the same as like when people do like Scantron tests and they just throw it in an eraser? Like they just write A, B, C, D on an eraser and just throw it to see which one to do. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room. Oh, wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in case it was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gang to testify about the details. Present? This.
Objection!
The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Frick! Wasn't I supposed to say... Flippity flop. No! But you said I... But you said I had to... Very coincidence, eh? The police was killed and... I already pressed him on that. Do I press him on this? But I felt like I could have just presented that to him. Chief? The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim on him... Oh, sorry. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for this to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. He ships them. He ships them. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief! He's out there writing fanfiction about these two. The original shipper. The OG shipper. Yeah, we brained. He said it, not me. Just saying. I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the police department, okay? Do I press you on this? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. We have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. I don't think I need the gender. His ID number? His division. Folded under slight pressure. We didn't even give him pressure. We kind of just like waved a feather at him and he went, okay! I feel like department doesn't really make sense. Maybe his ID number? What's his ID number again? 5842189. 5842189. 5842189. 5842189. 5842189. Because here's the thing, if we have the ID number, we can probably go to the police department and go like, hey, I have this ID number. Can you tell us more? Sure. Why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. 5842189? But that's Goodman. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 5842189. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. 5842189. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? 58421. It tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night! I've never been to prom. I've never been to prom. But if this is what I look like during prom night, questionable. Didn't miss anything. Prom was loud. The thing with prom was that for some reason, my year, when it was time for us to have prom, my entire school year was like meh. So we had a prom committee who was like, you know, organizing everything. But then they did a survey where they walked around the entire school and was like, hey, do you want prom? What do you want the prom to be like? What do you want the theme to be? And everyone was like, we don't care. So we ended up just not having one. But yeah, if it's loud, I don't know if I would have liked it. I think it would have been nice to like hang out with friends, but okay. Never had a prom, neither. Like, I don't really care. I think it would have been nice to hang out with friends, like for your final graduation, but eh. Yes, it's the vibrations. Because I remember when I first started high school, there was like a whole welcome like dance party thing, and there was like the thumping bass, and I was like right next to the speakers, and I just felt so unwell. Full drama, it wasn't your vibe. Vibrations. Yeah, the bass. And they didn't let us leave. Anytime we wanted to leave, we needed to have a chaperone. So even if I wanted to go to the washroom just for like a little bit of like quiet, I had to go find a teacher in the room to take me to the bathroom just so I can have some peace and quiet so I don't throw up. Kept getting blinded by the light. We didn't even have lights. I don't think we had lights. We had a DJ, but I don't think we had lights. So the entire room was just dark. Your prom was on a boat? What the heck? But, you know, we had, like, a dinner anyway. We had, like, a graduation dinner. So that kind of became our banquet in a way, or, like, our prom in a way. So some girls, I think, who wanted there to be a prom just showed up to, like, the dinner in their prom dresses. So it's, like, those really big, poofy ones. Rather have free food. Facts. I remember that one of my teachers was, like, not graduating, retiring after my year graduated, and I remember running down the hall to his classroom trying to get him to sign my yearbook, just to find out that he ran before I could get there. He just had a sign on his door that just said, "Bye." Free giant double stuffed Oreo pack for preparing prom. You know what? I feel like I would rather prepare prom. Children that sleep at Mexican parties with music at full blast. I could never. My entire family is more like homebodies. No, it's just I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Ah, is he supporting us? The police department at the prosecutor's office. Two places, 2 detectives murder at one time? Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh? Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. 584 something something 189. 5842189, I think. Shame on you, Wright. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. I was right. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with an 82. I've forgotten. We didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number that the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. No, don't you take our victim. He's ours. He's our dead body. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time? That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in completely different locations? This is definitely a Detective Conan plot right here. No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait, I said wait! Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours! What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh my god, it's that little dude who we sent out. Sorry, not we. It wasn't us who sent him out, so it wasn't our mistake. It was Edgeworth. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! This car wash blow-up doll looking up officer. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe, but your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Hey, I didn't say he wasn't cute, okay? I just said he looked like a car wash blow-up dummy. I didn't say that wasn't cute. Don't be out here putting words in my mouth, guys. But why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. See? Say this stuff about Emma, not me, okay? You did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. But then Bro, do something. No such luck this time, worthy, or should I say unworthy. Oof. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? The right? Huh? Oh, it's a rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. You know what? Heck yeah. Finally, a witness who's kind of on our side. I still don't trust him, but for once, it's us. For once, it's us. They aren't even straight. It's a hard sniper. Oops. Wait, where did my... Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! That's so dramatic. So dramatic. The drama. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all the rumors. You weren't even in the defendant's chair. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Or Mr. Edgeworth. I mean... I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. You don't say. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope is not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Oh my gosh. Freaking weekends. You would be crashing out? Oh my god. For once, it's not me! It's not me, guys! It's not me! DLP! Enjoy! Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Oh, well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot, and the police and in the police department's evidence room. And the evidence room part, the prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do this. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's gonna be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? We're all in this together. Yeah, I'm okay, and I have some water. I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there, who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room, no biggie! Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over it by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. But whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my signs at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Oh, heck yeah. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. She just has it in her bag. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with the stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just wait luminol. Press enter press enter display. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a bloodstain? Throws out defense lore without ever seeing a bloodstain before? It's so ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. This doesn't look like a lot of blood. And I'm pretty sure there are other things that react with luminol as well. What was it? Bleach! Yeah, it's bleach. Bleach reacts with luminol. So it's not just blood. It could be stuff like bleach and stuff that, but I guess they never mentioned, I don't know. Visiting a teacher store, they had all sorts of cool educational things. Have you seen those? There's like this chemical where I think you can see germs. So there are some teachers who will like spray it on their students' hands to show them how well they're washing their hands. Kind of gross, but doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'll be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. Hi, Peachy! Hi! How are you? It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. The testing fluid received from one very proud-looking MS guy. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all of their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Girl, someone died. Twice. Guess I should give this spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Oh, it's you again. I wonder how that fluid of yours will react to a nice deli box. Star! You only trust your own two eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. I don't want to talk to her. I have to. I have to. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. You go, Emma. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Can you imagine if the truth was, oh, she was just handing him a pen very aggressively? Ah, I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. You're not a detective anymore, so it doesn't matter. Your honor is gone. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, I won't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. And here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. Name drop! Name drop! Okay, I need some way to get her to talk, so can I present her this? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident is written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. Well, if this case was the one that got her fired, then don't you have a motive to kill him? If he was the lead detective? As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yeah, let's talk. What? Why can't I talk to her? Do I have to... Do I have to show this to her? Present. Present. Oh, same thing. I need to get her to talk. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. What does this have to do with our... Why do we have this as evidence? Why? Maybe I should present... I don't want to present... She's a witness, so I shouldn't be presenting her stuff like... The muffler? The muffler was part of Angel's testimony. Can I drill her on the muffler and the crime photo? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes? In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You were lying. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Yeah, because lying's a great way to get your testimony in. Just like that time. That time? Can I talk to you now? That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? Capitalism. 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. The police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. Hi, Gorpulus. Gorpulus? So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person, you know very well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Jake Marshall. Is that why he's the lead investigator on this case, even though he's not a detective? Because he got demoted from one? Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. Wait, just now there were 2 other detectives. One of them was Bruce Goodman. Who was the other one? However, he hadn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side, and that's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I came to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Marshall. Oh my god, we're gonna bribe him with lunch? Why is everyone in this case bribable with lunch? I mean, don't they say the way to a man's heart is his stomach, I guess? Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Okay, let's go find him. If that would be you, you'd fold for some nuggets? What would I fold for? I would fold for a good pizza. My local pizzeria. Police department maybe? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. These two in the back are still gossiping. They've been gossiping here since yesterday. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a police down at the police department. But also the same detective was killed in the same time at the prosecutor's lot. Ah, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes! You sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we'll wind up dead! I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Okay, nowhere? This guy's in questioning. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they arrested a suspect in the... That's right, they did! Come back later. Where is he? High Prosecutor's office? Are we gonna nudge Edgeworth a little? Hey, Edgy! Well, this place is as classy as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I suppose we'll have to come back. What? What am I supposed to do now? Ew. He's not here. Oops. Where is this man's? What model car is this? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Who here knows a car when they see it? Because I know there are some, like, car fanatic people who can just look at a car and tell you, like, what year, what model, what make it is. And, like, what part they have. You know, like the horsepower and stuff. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. Oh yeah, he rides his bike to work, doesn't he? As for the visitors park, Miss Bard climbed over this fence. This fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a try. Girl. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a lunch line of Olympics team. You know most, but not hardcore. That's all from the Gran Turismo and Need for Speed games. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. Oh, we already know about this. So, if you look at this car, what car is this? If you guys had to make an educated guess. Famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in the testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip off the old parking block. Just a wall, scientifically speaking. Yeah, the red one. This one. I hate two-door cars. Bruh. My aunt used to have a two-door car and she would drive me to math tutor. And I would be in the back and my cousin would be in the front. And having to squeeze out of that door It was horrible. Who wants a two-door car? That's stupid. Ah, a ladder. That's a step. Oh, we already know about this. Look, a door. That must mean something. I'm not sure that. Oh, we already know about this. We also know about this already. We Star saw the incident from. You can probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she says she saw Miss Star stab him. Where's the security guard anyway? Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Star. That woman is a force to be reckoned with. He left his post to buy coffee for his girlfriend. Okay. Famous oil drum. No time like the present, I'll try to kick one over myself. Hiya! That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. Yes, two-door cars suck. Too angular for a Miata. A 90s Honda Accord. I don't know what an Accord looks like. I know what a Civic looks like. And most likely a make-believe. Yeah, it's probably a make-believe car. Man, I don't think they have anything. Oh, A block. A block area for prosecutors. Okay, back. Move. It has a spoiler and a logo. The spoiler is the little, like, flap at the back, right? The little tail thing, the little... I think they mentioned that it was, like, some, like, fancy car, wasn't it? Do you think Edgeworth works out if it's a sports car? It's the Edgemobile. The Batmobile has nothing on Edgeworth. One of the detectives mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. These are the detective's desks. Computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier. Chief of detectives. So not chief of police, he's the chief of detectives. Boot to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside of the police department? No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything! Lord save the police department because this is insane. Almost getting a demotion. It's a Mazda RX-8. That's crazy. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I mean, no, it does kind of have, like, I found one that kind of looks like it has, like, the back portion, the spoiler. It's just not lifted very high. Looks way too square. Yeah, this one is kind of round. It's kind of like a jelly bean shape. Uh, Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Police mascot, blue badger, future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Oh well, the dancing blue badger, trademarked, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely, it's cutting edge stuff now. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then, you'll give her nightmares. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Blue badger is still writhing around right now. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help feeling like he's gonna do something naughty. Wanted posters hanging up on the bulletin board. Right, crime fighting campaign. Patrol cars. Oh, right, the whole panda thing. Detectives look pretty busy. Behind those doors, a police drama in action. Nope. What the heck? Where am I supposed to go? Guard. Oh, the guard station! Wait, when was this unlocked? I didn't see this earlier. Guard station. What's with the decor in this place is very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. Wait. Hold on a second. Angel Star said that Officer Marshall wasn't her boyfriend. But if you look at this guard station where she was visiting, isn't this entire thing Marshall's office? So even if he wasn't her boyfriend, she was visiting her boyfriend up here. So wouldn't that mean he's her boyfriend? But also, this lasso is just on the ground right there. That's dangerous. So beyond the door is the evidence room in the scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if there's a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Security guard uniform hanging there. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, really. Leather jacket, leather pants, leather... What was that called? A punchy? A poshy? Pinchy? I know, a poochie. Huh, maybe that wasn't it. It's called a poncho, but I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Okay, poncho, cactus. Yikes, these sure are prickly. They must have been the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more of an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Can you imagine if Maya comes back and sees us with Emma? We replaced her with another high school girl. That's so creepy. This swinging door makes this place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say it's more of a yee myself. Oh look, this looks like my old cactus that my grandpa killed. Because apparently it was bad for feng shui. Mr. Cacti! My grandpa killed Mr. Cacti. Cacti-kun. Because apparently it's prickly. So he put it outside in the Canadian winter. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Texas. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here and the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. don't think there's anything else I can do. Now what? Can I, like, use this? I can't. Okay. Where do I go? I wonder if the police chief will give me permission. Please! Huh? Wasn't that one steak lunch? Please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, they're not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We just caught our criminal. Now we need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing at the police department, right? Flashback! Biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. Wait, did they arrest Marshall? Because it's a scandal? They arrested a fellow police officer? But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave! If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over. I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later! It's Marshall. It's gotta be Marshall. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. It's either Marshall or Gant. Where? Where's the detention center? Still, I feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down the road so far. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. You? Oh my god. Look, his hand is hurt. Was it always hurt? The funny guy. The car wash dude. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. It was always wrapped? Okay, yeah, it was. Officer Meekin, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I am not, sir. I'm just a lost patrolman, not like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he... You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! Wait... What? Now this is an unexpected turn of it. Tell me about it. Oh my god. He was hurt from the stabbing. Oh my god. Sir! Oh my god, he has a freaking... His megaphone is going crazy. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs. Sir! Sir! Now I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. Oh, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! Ow! What the heck is this guy doing? But what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. When I came to, I was here in the detention center. Wait a second. Wait a second. Something happened in the evidence room. And then he blacked out and then he was here. So who was the person who tried to give Edgeworth that report? Why are there so many doppelgangers? Wait a second. Because if he blacked out after the whole crime was committed, then it couldn't have been him who tried to give us the report. How long were you out? Days? Right? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir, so I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you're the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Well, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Do you know the victim? Well, sir, if I had to label him a stranger or a total stranger, then I say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why didn't you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least somewhere around here is more confused than I am. Facts. Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Oh. Do you think Goodman was trying to hide evidence from the SL9 case? That's why he was in the evidence room? The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. I am so confused right now. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? Huh, that's some story. Oh my god, wait, that's so cute. Look at his little ID badge. It's him saluting. It's the exact image. That's so cute. Your poor boy. I don't even know his first name. No? No? Guard station? Hi, Sugar. I'm doing okay. How are you? I'm back. Where am I supposed to go? I'm doing EP. EP. But overall, not bad. Where do I go from here? So, do I need to present something to him? Court record. I feel like I need to find someone to give the steak to, but I don't know where he is. Okay, let's present this. Maybe if I present that, he will be like, oh yes, the evidence! You know? Present! Officer Meekins, this is for you! Eee! I'm scared of knives, sir! Okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir! Last night, sir! That's the one! I was an apple, sir, in my dream, and I was being peeled! On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Okay, not the knife. Not luminol. This one, maybe. Let me present this to you. I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should talk to Edgeworth. Passing the buck. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to. Edgeworth. Okay, I'll go talk to Edgeworth. Was this the man? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact. Nothing! Better pry into this one a little deeper. Crime details. Can you tell me what you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost lamb, if you will. Oh, he's so tall. He's a beanpole. I didn't know Detective Goodman, Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID. That sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know so far. Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. Victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on the day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape was quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on the tape. How did they disguise someone as a beanpole, though? If they were disguised. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't even deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Okay, Okay, we could go to the crime scene, or we could... Wait, which crime scene? Because I could go... Hey, Mr. Wright, look at who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. Police Chief Gant. Oh, wait, what? I thought Are you sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's the most likely totally perfect. We checked all of the places. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Haha. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Grant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him? I don't want to talk to you. Okay, what's your deal with Edgeworth? Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they have no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gort Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got somebody else found guilty in the case, right, Righto? Karma. There's a better karma in Assassination Classroom, just saying. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. Oh, is he accusing us of faking it? He's one of those guys who's like smiling while he tears you down, huh? I knew I hate everyone on the witness stand. Well, they'll do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They are being the prosecutors, I assume? What if it was Gant? He sounds like he has something against the prosecutors. Oh, everyone here is so suspicious. You like Gant? Oh my god. You like the mysterious, huh, Bella? Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, now, Righto, I can't give away all of our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Well, guess what? His trap was wide open earlier. Ah, he's the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Oops. I wonder what he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. You saw some My Little Pony cards? Like, gacha cards? If you like My Little Pony, you should hit up China. China, for some reason, is obsessed with My Little Pony. The last time I went, holy cow. You can't turn a corner without seeing Detective Conan and My Little Pony. It's everywhere. They have, like, collectibles. They have, like, gacha boxes. They have, like, trading cards. There's, like, My Little Pony and Detective Conan everywhere. Where do I... Oh, wait. I want to go to the cards. Video feed. There's a recording. Okay. Okay. I think in that case, I need to go talk to... Do I need to talk to... prosecute? Oh, I can't go to the prosecutors. Interesting. I find it a little bit weird that it seems like My Little Pony... suddenly there's, like, a lot more renewed interest in it, so... Like, I feel like there's a lot more My Little Pony collaborations that I noticed. Like, I know Skull Panda had one, and then Arknights is now having one. Surely Uma Musume. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? I'm through with that stuff. Thorough, I'd say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still, does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Okay, so I need to talk to him about that. Maybe he's outside then. You wanted one with Skull Panda, but it's like $30 for one plush. I think I'm Canadian, so like if it's $30 USD, it's gotta be like $40 or $50 over here. Arknights fans eating good. They are. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think my throat has just been really weird for the past month. Maybe I should go to a doctor just to check this out. It would be $41 in Canada? Yikes. Yeah. What do I think about the squish craze? Which squish? Because I know there's Nido. I own one. And as for like the stupid sparkly dumpling thing, I don't understand. I also don't understand people who buy like way too much of like one thing. Squishy craze? I mean, they're cute. They're fun to squeeze, but do you really need 70? Hey, what do you think about this blue badger? Oh. Oh, so I can't talk to him. Who am I supposed to talk to? Where do I find him? You want a Nido so bad? I got lucky. I bought my Nido like before the whole Nido craze. And I say it's my Nido, but I gave it to my brother pretty much immediately. The Squishmallow craze? These Squishmallows at least have like the proper Squishmallows. At least they're really like nice to sleep on. Like I would buy a Squishmallow just to sleep on it, you know? Where am I supposed to go? Do I have to keep presenting things to him? Here, take this badge that I showed you. What the heck? Okay, let's go to... Move to the entrance? Coming? Are you in this car? No, you're not. These guys? Heck. You like the texture and the way it squeezes? Yeah, the needles are pretty nice to squeeze. I do not have 70 Squishmallows. I have one, and it's the one I stole from my brother. What do I do? Help, help, help! Guys, do you guys know where I'm supposed to go now? What to do? You should begin with that thing. The mystery of the detective, I guess. The man, Detective Goodman, was killed in 2 places simultaneously. We should go to the police department, the evidence room. The chief of police was right. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with Gant. I just don't know what. Should I just start handing him everything? Maybe so. Bruh, why? Examine. There's nothing else here. Oh, him? You? You! Wait, why? I'm sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not even important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Just like that note. Better make a note of that just in case. Wait, let me take a look at that. Because the note said 221. 221! 59! Okay, he messed up his own ID number. And they said that they need to remember it, right? So the fact that he messed up his own ID numbers kinda... It was probably someone impersonating him then. Okay, what do you have to say? Are you still writing your book? I know the killer used a cassette tape. What a crafty trick! The gun shop was a fake. This good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age. I don't know. Cassette tapes are annoying. Cassettes, VCRs, having to rewind them. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can examine. The heck? Be kind, rewind. Yes. I used to have a Blockbuster, like literally like a 5-minute walk away from my place. Hold on, you know what? I'm gonna Google this. What do I do? Okay, bye Bella! Have a good night! Rise from the Ashes Chinese drama. Rise from the Ashes. Oh, this is a 8-hour-long stream that someone did. Or sorry, a video that someone did. It's crazy. Where do I go? Where are you? Here? At least red box. Didn't they say that there was at least still one red box out there somewhere? Netflix and I never really rented a movie. My family never really rented movies, so even though we had a Blockbuster, we never went. Oh, I have to talk to him again? Wait, what? Hold up. I don't have a dialogue option though. Red box was your go-to after Blockbuster? No, I'm pretty sure there was like one supermarket in the States that still had one red box. Like it's the only red box left. Oh my god, permission to enter. Frick. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if I could investigate the evidence room? Like, I think it was like outside of Whole Foods or something. No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out! Just goes to show you never know until you ask. As for you here, you can borrow this. Hey, it's a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. It says Sergeant. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Wait, so does that mean anyone can just get a card? So... Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? To think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we have to go to the evidence room now, sir! I think this place has a bad influence on the girl. Off we go. How do I get... Oh, wait, I know where. Can I borrow $50? Can I borrow $50? And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray? He's totally framing us? I wouldn't be surprised. Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? Hold on. Can I see the card? Oh, I can't see it. What's that? Why does it have to be him? Look for. As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. You know what? Have this. Hiya! Throws a steak lunch in his face. That smell reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on the television the other day. Is this from my baby? I knew it. They are together. They are dating. Texas Roadhouse? I've never had Texas Roadhouse. He's never been. He's like, what's the opposite of a weeaboo? You know, like when Americans, like North Americans, are all like, konnichiwa. You know, what's the opposite of that? A westaboo? Well, I guess so. Weeaboo. Where does a weeb come from? Like, I know Korea boo is because, you know, they like Korea, but where does the word weeb come from? Western boo? Do you think Angel Star calls him her Western boo? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Oh, thank God. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy? Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? Fair enough. So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, just like a drinking hole in the prairie fire. You're still investigating that SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what it actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I see, Bambina, me and machines? Well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. The easiest ones to understand here are the security cameras. Those are the ones that Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? Those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that's passed through. Why am I surprised? I know that. ID card right here. I-14. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. There is. It comes from the Perry Bible Fellowship? It was used in 4chan in a manner we know, but derogatory. Wait. Wow. Right? Wikipedia? You know, I used Wikipedia in school, but what I did was I would look for the sources at the bottom and then use those sources as my reference. Gotta figure out some ways to get through, you know? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. We can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? But what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call the transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay. They said I needed to prove that it's connected, right? Let me present this. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha, but this and that are 2 entirely different things. That's, some evidence. Maybe this, so that you can look at the ID number. See this? This is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Whose ID card is 777777777? Fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 514 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. But when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Huh. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Meekin? Probably because his face doesn't match the ID card photo. Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Alright, move. Evidence room, let's go! Sector 3. Investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of... The evidence room didn't really look like this during Edgeworth's case, did it? Graveyards are supposed to have trees and grass. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, hey! Whoa! Did she just slap him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true, what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I... Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Yeah, gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want this. Do you know the stabbing of... Ooh. I want to take a look at this. The heck? There's nothing here! The scene of the stabbing, but I don't... It's nothing. He's focused on the right things, right? So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? If they're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course! I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal! Only you can open? So someone tried to get into an evidence locker. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. DL6. Oh, SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the... What? That was the beginning of the end for Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So it's the only locker we can open is ours. Huh. Funny, they all look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, zap! You get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Ooh. Okay, let's do some examining. Something sticking out of here. A shirt must be evidence for some case. Wonder if Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck for some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone else's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Evidence, stuff with dreams. Won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security's high-tech around here. Wow, look at this pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of the human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the head. Better him than us. Fishing pole. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen this somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector, the one that led to the solving of that case out in Gourd Lake, remember? Oh right, that feels like it was ages ago. I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, it's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by its cover, you gotta look at their heart. Okay. You know what? Gumshoe's kind of cute. Would I trust him with my case? No. Is he cute? Yes. Is he kind of dumb? Yes. Is that what makes him cute? Also, yes. Oh, what's this? Blood. It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other blood stains left in the room? We should use our testing fluid to check it out. How do I... Here? Spray. I'm using up her entire allowance. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Huh. Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves something actually did happen in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plan. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Whee! Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Let's spray the rest of this. Another handprint. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for a murderer to touch this spot when he fled the door. This might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What's this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the sheep. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Oh boy. Okay, I think I can... No. Well, well, well. Look, that one's open and the red light indicator above the door's lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'll be hard to get it open again if we close it. Empty, they must have taken the contents elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident. See the stickers on one of the pieces there? Another piece of evidence. Take a closer look. Wonder what shape it was before it broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. There's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I gave up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like at the bottom. Let's try putting it in place. Joke's on you, I happen to like jigsaw puzzles. So how I'm supposed to put it together, I actually don't know. Like... E? Oh, okay. doesn't look like it. How do I turn? Nope. This one? This one? This one? Which way is M? This way? There we go. And then along the long side there. You'll turn it. What? Oh wait, how do I turn? This? This? Some piece with a long side. Ugh. There we go. Nope. This one? No. This one? I mean, kind of, but not really. Needs to be a nice long edge. So not that one. There we go. And then that piece kind of looks like... No, I don't think so. Yeah, definitely not. Not this one either. This one. No. I mean, it's worth a shot. Nope. Oops, I need to turn it. There we go. And then this one. E. And then this one. What? This one? Wait, am I missing a piece? Ain't no way. That's not it. This one? There we go. All these little mini games? Yeah. There we go. E. Wait, am I missing a piece? I am missing a piece. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some of the pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable type of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Maybe it's not a jar. I bet it was something else and not a jar. Why are some of the pieces missing? Doesn't it look a little unstable? Paint. What is the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's a blue and yellow paint over here. Perhaps we're witnessing a birthplace of the blue badger? Oh, I see. Oh, maybe it is one. You might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room? Bro's contaminating everything. Someone left a glove here, but only one. SL911. There you go, pal, making me... Okay. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove, extremely thin. I don't think there's anything else I can look at. Can I talk to you some more? I cannot. What now? I know I had to talk to Edgeworth at some point. Wait, will he be in the criminal affairs department? He is not there. Nope. Right and law? The underground parking lot. Nothing here. Will Edgy be in his office? High prosecutor's office. He is not here. Wait, is there stuff that I still haven't touched? Evidence room. Okay. If I present this... Huh. Oh, actually, let's take a look at all of this. Because I know there's, like, that game mechanic when I can, like, check it over, right? Yeah. Is that blood? Or is that paint? Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence. That must be when the blood got on it. Ah. Oh! There's a hole. This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Huh. What could it have been used for, though? It's supposed to darken if it's... Yeah, it is. But who needs video game logic? Who needs a real-life logic in video games? Oh, 9/11? Another piece of evidence from the case? Oh, what is confusing about the word tag? You know how many other things sound like that? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag? Zag? Is that a word? You challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? I don't think there's anything else on this thing. Yeah, it's all just the tag. The zag. Okay. Check. Can I press on any of this? No, I cannot. Interesting. Huh. That's a lot of evidence. We have a lot of evidence. Nothing to talk to him about him here. No, nothing popping up here. Oh, we were we wanted to go to talk to Lana again, right? No, go away! I want to talk to Lana. Is she still in that interrogation? He's not. Talk. Nothing here. Move. High prosecutor's office again. Examine. Oh, I guess I haven't examined his office today. A ladder. No, we've already seen all this. Huh. Her fanfiction about Edgeworth. Wendy. Old bag. Instant tea bag. Oh, the window? I don't know. Hold up. Give me one moment, guys. I'm about to cheat my way out of this. Do I have to talk to him again? Wait, I have to talk to Gumshoe again? Hold up. Move to the evidence room. Talk. Edgeworth. That case, the SL9 incident. Maybe we can get him to talk more about it. Talk about the evidence lockers. Okay, I need him to talk more about the incident. So maybe if I... Maybe if I present something to him. Did I present this to him already? I don't know. Maybe. Present. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret numbers too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? My face should be ID enough. Detective Goodman, Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Talk? No. Present. Present. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. What am I missing? If you can open it, we'll give you 50 cents. That's nothing. No, the police department lacks faith in this lock system. That's so real. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Okay, nothing. Can I use the luminol again, maybe? Frick. Does anyone know what I'm missing? What am I missing? Court record. I'm feeling so dumb right now. Right. No? You? I already got it mostly, so... I already got this handprint, so it doesn't matter. What? What's the matter, detective? Oh, I didn't get this handprint! I thought I got this handprint! This locker, it's mine! It's yours, please! You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't hurt a fly. You'll do that for me, wouldn't you, pals? This is an important clue. I've jotted down on the floor plan. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Oh, you can't trust the police is crazy. What? But you're a detective. I would have sworn I got this already. Oh, is it just that I clicked it when examining, but I didn't... Oh, is it because I didn't examine it with luminol? Is that why? That's so BS. Now can I talk to Edgy? Suddenly too real. Yeah, you can't trust the police. The police are up to something. It's not the prosecutors, it's the police. But the prosecutors also suck, okay? You can't deny that the prosecutors don't suck. What? Oh my god, what else am I missing? I'm supposed to be able to talk to Edgeworth. I feel so dumb right now. What the heck? When they say that this one was going to be the most difficult game, don't tell me they actually meant it's because you can't figure out the mechanics. Legal jar. Spray the handprint. Spray the locker. We simply use up her entire allowance, right? Present. Topsy-turvy. What am I doing wrong? Nani? Okay, hold up. Wait, so I have to look at that thing? Oh, wait. Hold up. Evidence room. I have to present this to him? Present this one? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Edgeworth. What? Huh. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Hold up. Oh, interesting. Wait, what else? Is that it? Wait, it's saying that I should be able to talk to Edgeworth now. Yeah, it says I should be able to talk to Edgeworth now. So if I can't talk to him now, I'm gonna revolt. Move to the entrance. Move to the underground parking lot. Move to the High Prosecutor's office. He's not here! What the heck? What am I missing? Guys, am I missing something? Can you guys tell? Like, is there something that you're missing? What? Talk to Star. I'm going insane. Because it says that, because Gumshoe is supposed to say, oh, look at the time, Edgeworth's, whatchamacallit, is supposed to be over now. And then I'm supposed to head to Edgeworth's office. Examine? But I'm here and I don't see anything. Should I, like, spray luminol in this place? Right. Of course not. Okay, you know what? One by one. Let's start here. I don't have to talk to her. Can I show you this? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You didn't even look at it. You must have talked to... We pre-infused the teas with steam before brewing. I knew it, so exquisite. Wasted time. Oh, do I have to check this? No, I don't. Present. Okay, not even this. Did we spray? Yes, I sprayed that. I sprayed the locker. Do I need to spray the white thing? Do I need to spray the actual cloth? Court record. Luminol spray. Oops. Luminol spray. Okay, so I am spraying it. I don't see why. Am I just really dumb? You must fully investigate by spraying luminol on all the bloodstains, specifically the locker on the left, the floor, and right locker multiple times. Oh, I have to do it multiple times? Until Emma comments on it. How many times is multiple times? What the heck? So she already commented on this one, she commented on this one, and she commented on this one. What the heck? Reset the game? Someone was like, reset the game. Go back to Marshall, give him Goodman's ID. No, I already did that. It was bugged. Turns out you missed. No. I did that. You have to spray everything multiple times. Examine it and spray it 2 separate times for gumshoe to notice. What the heck? Top left of the white locker? Which one's the white locker? I feel... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna close out the game. And then I'm gonna re-enter. Bye-bye! And then let's re-enter because this is kind of weird. Maybe it is just bugged. Continue. Investigations? Yes. Yeah, I marked all the spots. Examine. 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 You. Okay, and then options. Oops, not options. Court record. Luminol. Isn't this? Someone used a marker to write their name on this. MS Guy, don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. You never know where something might go down. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? No, nothing here. Back. Yeah, everything's already marked out on the floor plan. See the 2 marks and then the giant blood stain. Back. Talk. Evidence lockers. Fingerprint and Yeah, I examined it. He was all like, "Oh, if you examine it, then or if there's something sticking out, the guard will look at it, and then the guard will talk to the detective about it and stick it back in." Yeah, see? I did already talk about this. Court record. Do I have to present you with something? What are we I have no idea what I'm missing. Present. You can't. Okay, you can't open the lockers without your fingerprint. That's me. Excuse me. Okay. And then Edward's finger. Mr. Edgeworth, what? Why would Edgeworth come to the evidence room? Present this? Thank you, thank you. No, we're not trying to open it. We're just trying to proceed. I don't know how to proceed. I don't know how to proceed. This is so dumb. Did I present the knife and the note? Hold on, let me try. Present the knife. This knife? Present. Detective. Oh my god, is this it? Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. Oh my god, why was I supposed to present this? That was so... Thanks, Beetle. Oh my god. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be... A man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. The way he was like, I'm not gonna talk about any evidence that I don't know about. And then you said the note as well, right? Present this note? Wait, now what? Now what? Found in Edgeworth's car, stabbed with his knife. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't meet someone else did it. Weird. Oh, did I get more talk subjects? Talk. Yes! Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent, though it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Edgeworth built a case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with a transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. See? We knew that, I think. So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there somewhere... Finally! Finally! I can talk to Edgeworth! Oh my god! Thank you, Beetle! Thank you! Oh my god, how long did I spend on that? Holy cow! I'm so sick of myself! February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. It's you! Yes, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. Yes, the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor office's inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info's on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth, I think this whole thing's taking a toll on him. Hold on. Did we get something else? We did not. Alright, we can finally talk to someone else. Inquiry committee. So how did the inquiry go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as an evidence of case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding and prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yeah. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. You had to cross-reference them like an attorney at law. Why are all... I feel like none of the guides mentioned... that was so... We don't talk about this. We don't talk about this, okay? I feel like, at least this case, it had nothing to do with me. I feel like this kind of, like, whatever, it can't just be put on me. You know? Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Edward just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction of him. This one? Present. Oh right, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of the ID card? Edward, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, you creep. Chief of police. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It should have been... It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Oh my god. I feel like this entire thing went from defending Lana Sky to like... This is like a fourth party case. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth says. That makes it all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might be the clue that breaks the case. It better be! I feel like I didn't go through all of this just for this not to be. Anything else I can talk to him with? Nope. Present. Okay, tell me more about this SL9. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Father's murder. Okay, Edward, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Heck yeah. Tell me about allegations of... Right! Because it was like forging evidence, right? SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Damon Gant. That wacky old coot. He was top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too? Why was the deputy chief on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. Of course he did. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I used this luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have a use for this. Fingerprint powder. Chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know? I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and those fingerprint files for everyone involved. He gave us the fingerprint files too? A suspicious handprint somewhere. Wait, do I have to go back to the evidence room? Oh my god. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right. Let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger... Use a different fingerprint, so let's choose a finger that will leave behind the clearest print. I can't tell the difference at a glance. Quick procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Oh, how do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E! Exciting, I know! Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics. E. E. Ah, you did it! You found one! There's nothing there. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Oh, it's a glove! I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Right here. It looks like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprint as well. Well, let's see if we can find a clear print. Right here. And then... Hey, there we go. Yay! A print so clear, it's dazzling! Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. We're not done yet, this is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? Why is the Phoenix so deaf? Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Gumshoes. Wait, where is he? Oh, here he is. Right there. Yep. Comparison complete. Match found. Heck yeah. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Give me a so what look. Guess that was probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, If I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Boom. Right there. Court record. Oh, maybe not. Examine then? This is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? Check for prints. Let's check for prints. But I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We ended up only finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the one left by the bloody hand. Let's go. The heck? Oh, enter. Wait, what the heck? What am I supposed to click here? Enter? Back? Back for prints? Alright, that means no prints. Try to find prints that weren't wiped away. I don't see anything, do you guys? Hold on. Skip. Check for prints. Oh my god. This entire episode is gonna give me a headache. Oops, I clicked away. Blow. There we go. Fingerprint. Oh my god, what if the fingerprint is Edgeworth? There we go, fingerprint. Let's see. Jake Marshall's isn't too bad. I would say it's Jake Marshall's. Compare. Heck yeah, it is Jake's. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Is this someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. But like, that doesn't really change anything, right? Because he works at the office. The luminal reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are all in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Oh my god. That was really tedious. I love the story, but that was such a tedious episode. Chapter, part, segment. Oh my god. I know, I know it was just one investigation day, but, like, that one part in the evidence room, like, I'm just glad that I wasn't the only one who was stuck in that on that part. Because I took a look online, it seemed like everyone was stuck on that part, just on, like, various different things. Yeah, so I don't feel that bad over there. But man, it is really annoying because I feel like you know how, like, when some puzzle games, like, they try too hard to be, like, all quirky and stuff? It's like, I don't know. Especially since, like, I was giving the other evidence, and he kept going like, "Oh, I don't wanna talk about other evidence." So I was like, "Obviously, then he's not gonna talk about this evidence." But he did want to talk about this evidence. So, like, what the heck? Anyways, from what I'm seeing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 segments, and I've only done 4, which means there's gonna be at least 2 more streams of this episode. Holy cow. I hope you guys are interested in this episode because this is gonna happen for another 2 weeks. Uh, but for now, I think I'm gonna just end the stream here. Rest up. Yeah. Part 6 will be the end, right? Yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. I'm gonna think about this failure. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for spending the time with me. I hope it wasn't too frustrating for you guys. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night. Bye bye. Thank you.